está haciendo una vuelta muy corta. Está muy corto a la acera. Okay, so eso es corto. This red arrow is making a wide left turn. Vía ancha a la izquierda. Okay, eso es ancho. These two pictures are wide to the right. Ancho a la derecha. Go. You could stand in any corner and you see everybody make a short left turn. Esto es corto a la izquierda. Your turns are like an L. In other words, like this green arrow here, como esta aguja verde, to the right or to the left is the way that you should be turning. You cannot drive like the drivers out there. One more time. Puede manejar el carro como manejan la gente allá afuera. Okay, so that was 6 and 7. They'll take away 5 points for every short or wide turn. If you're doing, I say, about 2 to 3 short wide turns, short or wide, they're looking to pay. Si está haciendo una puerta corta o ancha, como 2 o 3 veces, ellos están buscando lo que manden. Okay, number 8 is about signs and signals. Es como señales de signs and signals. No pone atención. So this video is about 20 minutes. Este video que vamos a tomar es como 20 minutos. No es un exam. This is not an exam. This is just a video and information. So this gives you the right to, go refrigerator, do what you gotta do. Te da derecho para ir para la nevera o qué hacer. Okay, so estos 20 minutos. Okay.
USA Traffic Road Sign Test Number 2. Part 2 of 5, consisting of 30 multiple choice questions. Question 1. This sign means
when someone ring the bell, open the door because I ordered Popeye's chicken.
Minimum
Okay.
speed 30 miles per hour in
Can I
all
get that
conditions.
cracker with the chocolate? I'll get a plate.
Speed limit is
I won't
50
make a
miles per hour.
Later,
Minimum fine of
after
$50 for
Popeye's
violations.
chicken
Okay.
C.
sandwich.
Max speed 50 miles per hour. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour in ideal conditions. D. Speed limit is 50 miles per hour. Minimum fine of $30 for violations.
What's that?
Answer C. Max speed 50 miles per hour. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour in ideal conditions. You are required to go slower than the posted speed limits in poor driving conditions like sleet, snow, fog, etc. Question 2. This warning sign means A. Road narrows ahead. B. Road underwater ahead. C. Road ramp ahead. D. Road clearance ahead. Answer D. The low clearance sign may be installed in advance of the structure. Example, the overpass has a low clearance. Do not proceed if the vehicle height is over the listed clearance dimensions. Question 3. This warning sign means A. Road striping ahead. B. Utility crew ahead. C. Road maintenance crew ahead. D.
Children's
playground ahead.
It's already pushed down. That's how low it can get.
Answer D. The playground sign may be used to give advance warning of a designated children's playground that is located adjacent to the road. The playground sign may have a fluorescent yellow, green background with a black legend and border. Slow down. Be alert. Children are in the area. Question 4. This sign means A. No pedestrian crossing. B. School crossing. C. pedestrian crossing. D. No motor vehicles allowed.
Pedestrian crossing.
Don't draw there.
Letter C.
Draw on another notebook.
Answer B. This is the old design for school crossing.
Draw on.
Normally installed at the marked
Oh.
crosswalk, or as close to it as possible.
School.
Slow down. Be prepared to stop. Watch for children crossing. The current design of the school and school crossing warning sign does not include the lines indicating crosswalk markings under the children's feet. The design with the lines under the children's feet, shown above, was deleted effective with the 2000 MUTCD. The S11 pentagon-shaped sign, without lines under the children's feet, is now used both for the advance warning, with an ahead plaque, and at the crosswalk itself, with a downward sloping arrow plaque. The compliance date for upgrading school warning signs to the new designs is January 17, 2011. This sign is being phased out. Question 5. This sign means A. No-fly zone ahead. B. Low-flying aircraft warning. C. General information sign for an airport. D. General information sign for an aircraft manufacturing plant.
What is that sign?
Answer C. General information sign for an airport.
Oh.
Question 6. This curve advisory speed sign means A. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in ideal conditions. B. Minimum advised speed limit is 25 miles per hour in all conditions. C. Minimum advised speed limit is 25 miles per
It's
hour
D.
in ideal conditions. D. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in all conditions.
It's not D. It's probably D.
Answer A. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in ideal conditions.
Hi,
While
Dari.
traveling above the advisory speed limit is not widely enforced, liability for any accidents which occur as a result
Thanks.
of traveling above the limit can be placed partially or entirely on the speeder. Poor driving conditions like snow, sleet, heavy fog, etc. requires going slower than the posted speed limit. Question 7. This sign means A. General information sign for a bus station. B. General information sign for a RV stop. C. General information sign for a truck stop. D. General information sign for a mobile home park. Answer A. General information sign for a bus station.
Bus station.
Question 8. This warning sign means A. Pavement ends ahead. B. Road construction ahead. C. Road closed ahead. D. Lane ends ahead. Answer A. A pavement end symbol sign may be used where a paved surface changes to either a gravel-treated surface or an earth road surface. Question 9. This warning sign means A. Narrow bridge ahead. B. Soft shoulder warning ahead. C. Left lane ends ahead.
Wow.
D. Right lane ends ahead.
How are you, Darren? Right lanes, narrow bridge ahead. Narrow bridge ahead.
Answer C.
Left lane.
lane ends ahead. Drivers in the left lane must merge into the right lane
yeah.
when safe to do so. Question 10. This warning sign means A. Two-way traffic ends ahead. B. Wrong way. Turn around. C. This road or street terminates ahead. D. Do not enter. Wrong way.
What?
No work today?
Oh, the coat. You could have just told me.
Answer C. The dead-end sign may be used at the entrance of a single road or street that terminates in a dead end or cul-de-sac. When the sign is used, the sign shall be posted as near as practical to the entry point or at a sufficient advanced distance to permit the road user to avoid the dead end or no outlet condition by turning off, if possible, at the nearest intersecting street. Question 11. This sign means A. Ski resort ahead. B. School crossing ahead. C. School zone ahead. D. Pedestrian crossing ahead. Answer D. Pedestrian crossing ahead. Slow down and be ready to stop. Question 12. This sign means
Oh, you work at night. Okay.
A. Divided highway begins. B. Wrong way. Turn around. C. Divided highway ends. D. Traffic flows only in the direction of the arrow.
Letter B.
Answer D. The one-way sign shall be used to indicate streets or roadways upon which vehicular traffic is allowed to travel in one direction only. One-way signs shall be placed parallel to the one-way street at all alleys and roadways that intersect one-way roadways. Question 13. This warning sign means
Go, Gordon.
A. Merging traffic entering from the right. B. Merging traffic entering from the left. C.
From the
Two-lane traffic ahead. D.
Good warning.
Intersection warning ahead. Answer B. A merge sign may be used to warn road users on the major roadway that merging movements might be encountered in advance of a point where lanes from two separate roadways converge as a single traffic lane and no turning conflict occurs. A merge sign may also be installed on the side of the entering roadway to warn road users on the entering roadway of the merge condition. Drivers in both lanes must merge smoothly
And they
and
go over there.
safely.
Where?
Question 14.
Door.
This exit
He's gonna
advisory
knock.
speed sign means
Put it down.
A. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25
Hey,
miles
PDP.
per hour in ideal conditions. B. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in all conditions. C. Minimum advised speed limit is 25 miles per hour in ideal conditions. D. Minimum advised speed limit is 25 miles per hour in all
I saw
conditions.
him.
Hey, PDP, hi.
Don't put it on the floor, you bozo. Floor. I love the floor.
Answer A. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25
What is
miles
this?
per hour in ideal conditions.
I didn't
While
order
traveling above the
with
advisory
drinks.
speed limit is not widely enforced, liability for any
Be
accidents
quiet.
which occur as a result of traveling above the limit can be placed partially or entirely on the speeder. Poor driving conditions like snow,
Hey, Tiger,
sleet,
Tiger.
heavy fog, etc. requires going slower than the posted speed limit.
Oh, let's make the songs. Come on.
Question 15. What type of sign is this? A. U. S.
Well,
No way.
Road sign. B.
No, that drink
Interstate
is not
road sign.
nice.
C. State road sign. D. County
What
road
is the
sign.
thing?
Put it down.
Answer C. State route signs shall be designed by the individual state highway agencies. State route signs should be rectangular and should be approximately the same size as the U.S. route sign.
Here,
State route signs should also be similar to the
Andy.
U.S. route sign by containing approximately the same size black borders on a white
You
area
eat it
surrounded
on that
by a
table
black
over there,
background without a border.
Andy, you eat it over there.
Question
I'll
16.
bring yours.
This sign means
Oh, he's gonna come back and
A.
get that back because that's
Pedestrian
not
zoning,
ours.
no vehicle traffic. B. School advance warning. You are entering a school zone. C. Pedestrians ahead warning sign. D. Pedestrian crossing ahead.
I'm gonna destroy the
Answer B. School advance warning assembly. Warning that you are approaching or already in a school zone.
Come here,
Slow
Laura.
down and watch out for children playing or crossing the street. Be prepared to stop.
Wash it.
A relatively new design. Get used to it. You'll definitely see more of these in the future.
Hi, let's eat
Question
Popeye's
17.
chicken.
What type of sign is this? A. State route sign. B. County route
Quiet,
sign.
Andy.
C. U. S. Route sign. D. Interstate route sign.
I can't eat.
Big.
Mommy, I'm not gonna eat it because I can't eat.
Wala ka din.
To the big cafe.
Answer C. U.S. route signs shall consist of black numerals on a white shield surrounded by a black background without a border. This sign shall be used on all U.S. routes and in connection with route sign assemblies on intersecting highways. Question 18. This sign means
Shut up.
Be quiet.
A. Do not drive past this sign. Turn around. B. Traffic flows only to the left. C. Traffic flows only to the right. D. Your lane will end ahead.
I can find you. Also, I removed our characters. Because it's episode 2.
Answer
Oh, I thought you
A.
meant
Used to identify a one-way street. Expressway ran for the wrong direction or wrong side of a divided highway. Do not drive past this sign. You are going the wrong way. Turn around. Question 19. What type of sign is this? A. County route sign. B. State route sign. C. U. S. Route sign. D. Interstate
County.
route sign. Answer A. If county road authorities elect to establish and identify a special system of important county roads, a statewide policy for such signing shall be established that includes a uniform numbering system to uniquely identify each route. Question 20. This warning sign means A. Ahead is a narrow bridge warning. B. Pavement ends ahead. C. Ahead is a sharp depression in the profile of the road. D. Ahead is a sharp rise in the profile of the road. Answer C. Dip sign should be used to give warning of a sharp depression in the profile of the road. Question 21. This warning sign means A. divided highway ends ahead. B. A divided highway begins ahead. C. Reverse curve ahead. D. One-way traffic ahead. Answer A. A divided highway end symbol sign should be used in advance of the end of a section of physically divided highway, not an intersection or junction, as a warning of two-way traffic ahead. Question 22. What type of sign is this? A. County route sign. B. Interstate route sign. C. State route sign. D. U.
Andy, put
S.
an iPad.
Route sign.
Come, Laura.
Not me, you're just not that.
Answer B. Interstate route signs may contain the state name in white uppercase letters on a blue background. Question 23. This sign means A. School crossing. B. Pedestrian traffic only. C. Church crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answer A. School crosswalk warning assembly. Warning of a school crossing. Arrow shows the location of the crossing. Normally installed at the marked crosswalk, or as close to it as possible. Slow down. Be prepared to stop. Watch for children crossing. A relatively new design. Get used to it. You'll definitely see more of these in the future. Question 24. This sign means A. No turn on red. B.
Darren,
No
it's okay,
U-turn.
Darren.
C. No right turn. D. No left turn.
No left turn.
Answer D. Left turn is prohibited. Question 25. This warning sign means A. Reduced speed
Yes, I'm
limit.
having my 3
School zone
hours
ahead.
class
B. School
before I
crossing
take
ahead.
my
C. Stop sign ahead.
driving
D.
lesson.
End of school zone ahead. Answer A. The reduced speed school zone ahead sign may be used to inform road users of a reduced speed zone when engineering judgment indicates that advance notice would be appropriate. If used, the reduced speed school zone ahead sign shall be followed by a school speed limit sign or a school speed limit assembly. The speed limit displayed on the reduced speed school zone ahead sign shall be identical to the speed limit displayed on the subsequent school speed limit sign or school speed limit assembly. Question 26. This warning sign means A. Left curve ahead. B.
Hi,
U-turns
Ate.
allowed ahead. C. Circular intersection ahead.
How are you?
D. Three-way intersection ahead.
Circular.
Circle.
Answer C. Circular intersection
I'm okay,
ahead.
te.
Entering traffic
I'm
must
a
yield the right of way
How
to
are you?
circulating traffic.
How are you?
Question 27. This sign means A.
No right turn.
B. No turn on red. C. No left turn. D. No U-turn.
Okay. That sounds good.
Answer A. Right turn is prohibited. Question 28. This warning sign means A. Keep to the left. Merging traffic ahead. B. Keep to the right. Merging traffic ahead. C. Right lane stays to the right. Left lane stays to the left. D. Traffic is permitted to pass on either side of an island or obstruction. Answer D. The double arrow sign may be used to advise road users that traffic is permitted to pass on either side of an island, obstruction, or gore in the roadway.
I hope so.
Traffic separated by this
Mama.
sign may either rejoin or change directions.
French fries
Question
looks
29.
like fish fries.
This sign means A.
Yeah.
No stopping or standing. B. No parking anytime. C. Disabled parking spot. D. No parking here to the corner.
Because I think now it's different. Before you can take your driving lesson, you need to
Answer
attend
C.
the
Disabled
3 hours
handicapped parking space.
class
Reserved
first.
for individuals with disabled parking
Then you will get the
privileges.
certification. And
Question
also it's
30.
one of the requirements
This warning sign means
when you go to DMV and
A.
take your
Right turn ahead
you know,
warning.
road
B.
test.
Hairpin curve ahead. Extreme right curve. C. Merging traffic from the right. D. Left curve ahead warning.
Thank you, te.
Answer B. If the change
Actually,
in horizontal
I was
alignment
thinking
is
about you
135
last night.
degrees or more, the
Sabi ko,
hairpin
kumusta
curve
na
sign
kaya
may
si
be
Ate the
used.
Survivor? Hindi ko na nakikita. Nagla-live si ano eh.
Okay. That was like our break.
Thank you, te. I appreciate it. You can go back to
Thank you
sleep
to
though.
everyone for subscribing.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are at over here. Parking, backing, and U-turn.
Parking.
So we're following this over here. Parking, backing, and U-turn. Okay.
And go brush my teeth because it's starting to
No.
hurt.
You're still eating.
Yeah, but it's starting to
Number
hurt.
9. Fails to signal. Number 9 is like number
Wash
2.
your
It is the
toothbrush
same
first.
thing as number 2. They put it 2 times because in this test, you got to signal for everything. Okay, like I said, if you're not signaling for 2 or 3 times, they're looking for failure. No señaliza, no pone la direccional. Esto es como número 2. Ahora, si no pone la direccional en este examen 2 o 3 veces, ella está buscando a qué. Okay, number 10, fails to adequately observe, use caution. Observation is always turning your head, okay, and your
Thank you,
eyes, and a little bit of your body. Use caution is never
Okay
going to
lang,
go for
back
car
to sleep, Dira.
or a pedestrian. For that, they will fail. No acepta en precaución. Para este examen, tú tienes que observar para todo. Eso, mirando la cabeza con los ojos y un poquito de cuerpo. Y ten precaución es nunca ocultando un peatón o un carro o bicicleta o lo que sea. So, this guy is going to talk about how to observe, how to move your head. Okay, so it qualifies for observation. You gotta keep it on mute because everybody hears. Thank you.
Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about observation. How you need to move your head for the purposes of passing a road test. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Hi there, Smart Drivers. Welcome back. Talking to you today about observation. Now, just before we get started here, Smart Drive Test helps new drivers get a license, veteran drivers remain crash-free, and CDL drivers to start a career as a truck or bus driver. So if you're new here, consider subscribing just about there. If you're on a mobile device, it's going to be a little bit off screen there. And as well, hit that bell. That way you'll get instant notification when I get the videos up for you. Now, a couple weeks ago on a live stream, I had one of the smart drivers say that he had another examiner in the car that was training during his road test, and the other examiner was watching his eyes. Well, I kind of had a passionate opinion about that, about some driving instructors who have have extra mirrors in the car to look at the student's eyes, and said that unless you're moving your head, you're not observing correctly. And actually, I had another smart driver comment, furthermore, that he was unsuccessful in his road test because he wasn't moving his head. So I'm going to show you the clip from the live stream here, and then after that, I'll come back and I'm in the car and I'm going to show you how to move your head for the different observations that you need to do for the purposes of passing a road test. So here's the live stream. Gordon, when I went for my road test, I had 2 testers with me. One was in training. I did not notice the tester looking at my eyes to make sure I was checking my mirrors. Yeah. I love that one, Gordon, that they have all these mirrors in the car, and they say, oh, the driving examiner's looking to see where you're looking. If you're just moving your eyes in the vehicle and they're looking at them, as far as I'm concerned, you're not observing properly, because you cannot just move your eyes like this and look to where you need to look. When you're looking in a wing mirror, you're going to go like this. You're going to move your head. It's the same thing when you're looking in a center mirror. You're not just going to go like this. You can't just look in the center mirror. You got to move your head up to look. So when driving, and I've had driving instructors tell me this, and I completely disagree. And I have the same thing with driving examiners. They've said the same thing. Oh, we're looking to see where you're looking, and it's like you're moving your head. Your eyes don't move enough to be able to do all the observation that you need to do correctly in a vehicle. So you're going to be moving your head. You're going to be looking in the center mirror. You're going to be looking in the wing mirror. You're going to be looking down the road, looking in the wing mirror over there. So your head has to move because your eyes don't move enough in your skull for you to do that. So when people tell me that, I always chuckle. I just chuckle. So in the car, had a comment this morning when I was finishing up this video from Faith Wisdom, and she wanted to know if you had to move your eyes after you moved your head shoulder check, and the answer is no. You simply don't have enough time. You're just going to turn your head. Your peripheral vision, which is 180 degrees in a healthy adult, is going to take care of the rest of it after you turn your head 90 degrees, because our peripheral vision is attracted to light and movement. And if there are other road users, then there's movement and we sense that, or there's light or something in the area where we're looking, our peripheral vision is going to pull in our central vision to further investigate. So it's important that if you shoulder check and you see something, look forward, make sure your vehicle's going in the right direction, and look again to get a good sense of what's there and what you need to prepare for in terms of a potential hazard in your blind areas and the areas around your vehicle. I'm going to show you how to do the scanning while you're driving. So you're sitting in the seat square. You're going to change these intervals every 8 to 10 seconds. So you're looking down the road into the instrument panel. So you're going to move your head down slightly, out the windshield down the road, 8 to 10 seconds. In, check the wing mirror on the left, down the road again.
Andy, Gordy.
Intersections, you're obviously scanning intersections
you
as well
cannot have
while
the
you're
iPad
driving.
yet.
And then in and check that mirror. So every 8 to 10 seconds, you're going to be rotating through that scanning pattern while you're driving in a forward motion. So down the road, instrument panel, down the road, center mirror, down the road, shoulders, left wing mirror, down the road, right wing mirror, and then continually repeat that as you're driving. And of course, you're going to be scanning intersections when you're driving through intersections, controlled and uncontrolled intersections. So that's in a forward motion. Anytime that you move the vehicle laterally, you're changing lanes, or you're moving sideways, or you're making turns, you're going to do shoulder checks 2 times. One approximately half a block before the turn, and the other one immediately before the turn. And you're going to make the shoulder check 90 degrees in the direction that you're turning. So if you're turning left, okay, approximately half a block before the turn, 90 degrees to the left.
That's lemonade.
Forward, immediately before the turn, 90 degrees again. If you're stopped at the intersection for a period of time, you may have to do 2 or 3.
Why do you look like you're
And
in
then if you're turning
1980?
to the right,
I
90
was born
degrees to the right,
1980.
shoulder checking, half a block before the turn, and then
Is
immediately
that
before the
actually
turn.
where he is
So
in
that's
real life?
for anytime that you're turning or doing sideways movements, so you're changing lanes and those types of things. Then if you're going to reverse,
We're 1980.
and you're going to do reverse stall park, 3-point turn, parallel parking, or 2-point reverse turn, and I'll leave all
the
the
cameras were
videos
just black
down
and
in the
white, but
description
when you
for
were
you
born,
for
you
those
were able to
different
see colors.
maneuvers that you have to do for the purposes of
Open
the
it,
road
Andy.
test.
What is it?
Now,
Hold
before
on.
you back up, you're going to do a 360-degree scan, and
Didn't
again, I'll leave
order
this video down
drink.
in the description for you.
This looks
360
like
degree
Coke.
scan, and then backing
What?
up, you put your
Maybe it's a
hand on the
milkshake?
back of the passenger
In New York,
I don't know, do they?
these examiners
Not
don't like for you to
Coca-Cola?
put your hand,
Right, it is
your arm
Coca-Cola. I
behind
think
them.
this is his.
Okay?
See?
Yeah, you gotta look back,
There is
of
no...
course. And you cannot use the backup camera.
What is
You
this,
have to
lemonade?
turn your head.
This is lemonade?
En Nueva York,
It's not.
lo que yo sé,
Coca-Cola, it's
muchos de esos,
Coca-Cola.
los amadores, amadoras, no les gusta que le pongan el brazo en la mano atrás de ellos. Y no se puede usar
Mommy,
la
this is
cámara
like a game.
para echar
Wait,
para
I have
atrás.
to say something. Mommy, I think
See,
he
one
did
hand
give
on the
us
steering wheel
it.
and turn
It's
out the
because
back window.
there is Coca-Cola and
You can't
Popeye,
use
so he
the only
definitely
place that I'm
did
aware of
order
that
it
you
for
can
me.
use a backup camera is New Jersey. But no, for the purposes of a road
So,
test,
I
all of these
think
other
we should
skills are
leave it-
applicable.
Leave it to us on
360-degree
purpose,
scan,
Mommy.
looking out the back window, checking your backup camera.
Can you throw this out,
360-degree
please?
scan,
Besides, he
and
probably
every vehicle
forgot
lane
about
stop
it
the
already.
vehicle to do a 360-degree scan and make sure there aren't other road users around. So that's how you observe for the purposes of your road test. It is instrumental that you move your head because your eyes do not move enough in your skull to be able to observe properly for the purposes
have
of a
some.
road test.
Yay,
Another
wow.
point,
Oy,
the bigger the
this-
vehicle, the more you're
You
going to have
said
to
too
move your head
much.
to do those
Hurry
scans
up.
and observations. So as you move up in bigger and bigger vehicles,
Okay, come on.
those of you in SUVs, you're going to move your head more. Buses, trucks, those types of things, you're going to move your head even more. The other cornerstones of the road test: observation, communication, speed management, and space management. You have to have all of those components in place to be successful on a road test. To subscribe, click here. For another great video, click here. All the best on your road test, and remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.
Thank you.
Come on, get up.
All right, so we are at,
He has a sword on his thing.
I think it's
So
parking,
basically,
yeah,
you
parking.
have to slash him like this,
Okay, parking.
or you can punch him through the mat.
Um,
Also, you can use that ball.
So again, we're following this form here. You see, unable to park properly, so nothing changes. Okay. Unable to properly park. So, when you First of all, the examiner
Double wielder.
99% of the time does not give you a tight spot. They give you double driveway, double car, pump,
Guys,
something like that.
lower your voice. I
When
cannot
going
concentrate.
into the parking, don't go in and out too many times, okay? Back and forth, not too many times. And your right mirror should be down a little bit so you can see the sidewalk. Because if you touch the sidewalk, they're gonna fail. Okay? And you cannot be more than 12 inches excessive space for parking, too far from curb. More than 12 inches, they take away 5 points. Remember, everybody starts with 100 and they take away. So, right? So the examiner no se puede estacionar correctamente. Primero no te dan un espacio petado, doble carro, doble driveway, bomba, algo así. Entrando en parqueo, tú no quieres entrar y salir muchas veces. Y casi nunca te dan un espacio apretado.
Darren, so you know
No
Papa
puedes estar
Mozo,
más de
Darren?
12 pulgadas de la acera porque te quitan 5 puntos. Pero si tú tocas la acera, ellos están buscando a quemarte para eso. So, the examiner is going to order you to park. Parallel park the car, whatever. Signal. You get mirror to mirror. Most cars is mirror to mirror. Turn the wheel one time to the right. Shift it on reverse. You are on the brake now. Put the hazard light. The reason you're putting the hazard light is so everybody can go around you. You don't want to start backing up with somebody behind you. D, observe. Turn your head before you begin to go back. All you're doing is really letting the brake go. Don't give it gas. Turn your head, look around. Then you're letting the brake go little by little. Okay, la examinadora te va a mandar a parquear con la direccional. La mayoría de los autos son espejo. Cuando llega espejo, mira la rueda una vez para la derecha, cambia a reversa, ahora tú estás en freno. Tú vas a poner la luz del peligro, va a ser el único momento que va a poner la luz peligro porque tú quieres todo el mundo que te dé la vuelta. Observa, mira la cabeza, todos lados.
Andy, be quiet.
Y tú vas a dejar el freno ir poco a poco. Okay, so let's watch a little video here on parking.
Let's sit up.
This is a parking video. They never give you a tight spot, really. Never. Hardly never since I've been doing that. Okay?
In my previous video on how to easily parallel park, I showed you a method which is basically align your mirror with the mirror of the other car, turn the wheel one turn to the right, back up until the plate of the car on the right is in the middle of your window, then turn the wheel completely to the left and back up until you're straight. Note that in this video, I'll only be covering the part that has to do with aligning yourself properly with the other car. If you want to see the whole technique, you can watch the original video by clicking on the link in the notes. So in that video, I recommend you align the mirrors as a starting point. Now some people will tell you that you should align the rear bumpers instead of the mirrors, and that is absolutely true. The thing is, if you're parking next to a car that is more or less the same size as your car, by aligning your mirrors, the rear bumpers will also be aligned. The reason why I tell you to align the mirrors instead of the bumpers is because from the perspective you have when sitting behind the wheel, it's a lot easier to align the mirrors because you can actually see them, but you can't see the rear bumpers. So even for experienced drivers, aligning the rear bumpers is a lot harder. Now a question I get all the time is, will this technique work for a bigger or smaller car? The answer is yes, but you'll need to make some adjustments.
Be quiet, baby.
With this technique,
Very nice.
there are two main reference points
Andy.
that you can use that will determine
Andy and Gordy, do
distance
me a
from
favor.
the
Can you
curb
go to
to
the
back.
bedroom, please?
Aligning your mirror with the other car's mirror, or aligning the other car's plate in your window. You can use either one of them. If you want to use the mirrors, here's what you do. If your car is longer than the car you're aligning yourself with, instead of aligning the mirrors at the same level, align it a bit past the other car's mirror. If your car is smaller, align the mirror a bit before the other car's mirror. turn the wheel one turn to the right, then back up and align the other car's plate in the middle of your window, turn the wheel completely to the left, and back up until you fit in the spot. If you choose to use the plate as the reference point, start with the mirrors aligned no matter the size of your car, turn the wheel one turn to the right and back up. With same-sized cars, you would align the plate in the middle of the window. If your car is longer, align the plate more towards the right of the window. If it's smaller, align it more towards the left side of the window. Then turn the wheel completely to the left and back up until the car is straight. Whether you choose the mirror or the plate to align yourself, find the reference point that works for your car and always use that same reference point afterwards. And like I said in another video, use anything you can as a reference point. The right reference for your car might be to align the button to open the window with the other car's plate, or that hole to grab the door right here, or anything else. If that works better for you, use it. Note that if you're parking in a very tight spot, there will be more steps involved. I'll cover that in a future video, but for now, I hope you like this one. Feel free to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments, and thanks for watching.
I'll never give you a tight spot, Billy. Okay, good. We're moving right along. So we're talking about a U-turn now. Number 12, unable to make three-point U-turn. That is the word. The examiners called a three-point U-turn, broken U-turn, U-turn, K-turn. Everything is a three-point U-turn. Okay, and you've got to do it in 3 maneuvers. They start the three-point U-turn 2 ways. One is pull it to the side. The other is after the parking. In which case, the both is next to the sidewalk, okay? And then she's going to order you to make the three-point U-turn. You turn the wheel all the way to the left, put the signal, observe, look back, look front, look. When you have a big enough space, don't give it gas. Only if it's not moving, then you touch the gas a little bit. You get to A, turn the wheel first all the way to the right, on reverse, look around, let the brake go. Remember, only one signal to pull out, that's all you need. You get to B, turn the wheel all the way to the left, on drive, observe first, then you can begin with the gas. No se puede hacer U de 3 puntos. Y tú tienes que hacer U de 3 puntos en 3 movimientos. Los examinadores llaman esta palabra broken U-turn, U-turn, K-turn. Todo es U de 3 puntos. Hay 2 maneras que empiezan en U de 3 puntos. Uno después del parqueo, otro es ponlo para el lado. Y en los 2 casos empieza al lado de la acera. Ella te manda que haga el U de 3 puntos. Vira la rueda topa a la izquierda. Con la direccional, observa, mira para todos los lados, deja el freno ir. Llega a A, mira la rueda todo para la derecha. Tú estás en reversa ahora. Observa primero y deja el freno ir. Llega a B, mira la rueda topa a la izquierda. Tú estás on drive ahora. Observa primero y tú puedes empezar con la gasolina ahora. Y recuerda, no tiene que hay, okay, there's no U-turn, so no hay un U en el examen. Lo tiene que hacer en 3 movimientos. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's why they call it the 3-point U-turn. Okay.
So here, the first thing we want to do, since in this case we're going to turn left, is to get as close as possible to the right, so that we have as much room as possible to maneuver. When we do that, we put the flasher to indicate that we're going to slow down, or even stop if needed. Now we put our flasher to the left, and also, extremely important here, the verifications, mirrors and blind spot to the left. Keep in mind that in this case, we'll be crossing 2 whole lanes on a 2-way street. So we have to make sure that we check the mirrors and blind spot to make sure there's nobody coming from behind. And also a last check at the front to make sure nobody's coming from there either. So we do that, and if the coast is clear in both directions, we accelerate smoothly, and the trick here, as with all situations where we're in a tight spot, is to turn the wheel completely to the left, meaning until it blocks. Then we advance as far as we can to the left. Now we put in reverse, do our verifications again to both sides before backing up, and again, accelerating smoothly, we turn the wheel completely to the right, and we back up as much as we can. Now we put in DR first, verifications again to both sides, then we turn the wheel completely to the left, we keep on going until the car is straight, and then we turn the wheel 1.5 turn to the right to straighten the wheel. Also, don't forget, you can't do this over a solid light. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you want. If you have any questions or suggestions, post them in the comments. Thanks for watching.
So remember, you gotta do it in 3 maneuvers and only 1 signal to pull out. Okay. All right. We're gonna talk about okay, 14 is
Still have 1 hour, more than 1
excessive
hour.
maneuvers and 3-point U-turn.
So
You cannot do the 3-point U-turn in more than 3 maneuvers. She's looking to fail. Parking, you don't want to go in and out, and you don't want to touch the side. Excesiva movimiento en U de 3 puntos. Lo tienes que hacer en 3 movimientos. Y parqueando, tú no quieres entrar y salir y tampoco pegarte a la acera. Okay. Okay, 15 fails to keep right is you're not driving the car straight. What's happening in this case is that the nerves are working overtime. You're holding the wheel too tight. You're choking the wheel. The car is wheel aligned. You can't hold the wheel too tight. That's not the way you drive. No se mantiene a la derecha. Eso dice que tú no estás manejando el carro derecha. Es porque los nervios son traicioneros y están trabajando duro y están aguantando la rueda, aprieta o está ahorcando la rueda. Uno de los dos. Y eso no, tú sabes, el carro está alineado, no puede aguantar la rueda muy derecho. 16. Improper lane of traffic. They do not take away 10 points. They just fail you. The examiner never tells you, she never tells you you fail or pass on this test. Guaranteed.
Guys, why are you turning on the lights, the fan? Just leave the window open.
YouTube videos show how frustrating dealing with a tailgater can be. Check out the pickup following close behind in this video. The truck driver overtakes and makes a rude hand gesture as he goes by, but then he loses control and runs off the road. This video was shot by a driver who's tailgating way too close. Suddenly, the car in front stops.
Oh.
This guy has apparently rigged his windshield washers to deal with tailgaters. Robert Sinclair of the AAA. Robert, how dangerous was that tailgater in Wisconsin?
That tailgater was very dangerous. When you're on a highway in that situation, it's very difficult to deal with. It was impossible to pull over anywhere. There was no shoulder. So it made it very difficult for the driver that was being tailgated.
So, if you want to keep your cool, keep your distance.
Okay, when you're driving a car, you should be following the 3-second rule. Esto es la regla de 3 segundos.
Many people think that they are going to arrive at their destination sooner if they stay within inches of the car in front of them. Following too closely or tailgating is one of the leading causes of traffic crashes. To avoid tailgating, follow the 3-second rule. It takes 1.5 seconds to notice a risk and another 1.5 seconds to hit the brakes and slow down to avoid it. There are your 3 seconds. Allow at least 3 seconds for speeds between 35 and 55 miles per hour in ideal driving conditions. If you pass the same object in less than 3 seconds, you are driving too close to the car in front of you. Allow at least 3 seconds for speeds between 35 and 55 miles per hour in ideal driving conditions. Allow at least 4 seconds for speeds between 55 and 75 miles per hour or during rain and on wet pavement. And allow at least 7 to 8 seconds for icy or snow-covered roads. If you drive too closely, you run the risk of rear-ending the car in front of you if they slow down. When driving behind a truck, allow even more space. If you follow too closely, the driver may not see you behind him. Also, your visibility may be completely blocked, so you may be unable to see cars ahead of you on the right or left. To help avoid tailgaters, keep to the right lane except to pass. When someone is tailgating you, remain calm and don't speed up. Pay attention to your driving and maintain your speed. If traveling on a multi-lane highway, try to switch lanes safely to let the tailgater pass you. If driving on a road with only one lane in each direction, look for a safe opportunity to pull over to the shoulder if there is one. Make sure you use your turn signal so others know your intentions, and always look before switching lanes. Don't let a tailgater's impatience or horn honking cause you to be an unsafe driver. Remember the 3-second rule for speeds up to 55 miles per hour. Remember the 4-second rule for speeds between 55 and 75 miles per hour. Allow 7 to 8 seconds in bad weather. Allow more space if driving behind a truck. And remember to remain calm when being tailgated.
All right, thank you. Okay, so that is tailgating. Now, we're going to talk about speed excessive for conditions. Okay, remember, you're taking a test, so you got traffic and you got emergency vehicles. Signal, get over to the right, let them get by. You know, if the examiner has to teach you things like that, then she's not looking to pass you. So, okay, you got double parked cars. Signal, go around them as long as nobody coming on the other side. You got open doors with pedestrians next to the door. You got the right to blow your horn. Signal, go around them. You got weather. You got ice, rain, snow. How fast can you go? And then you got road. You got construction on the road. Slow down, 10 miles an hour. You got potholes. Slow down. They don't want you to go around them. Go on top of them slowly. You got bumps on the road. Slow down, 10 miles an hour. Velocidad excesiva para condiciones. El tráfico tiene emergencia. Pon la direccional, deja que pasen. Tiene clima, hielo, lluvia, nieve. Tú no puedes ir muy rápido. Tiene carretera. Tiene, ¿cómo se dice? Los bumps. 10 millas a la hora, baja la velocidad. Tiene construcción, baja la velocidad. Tiene roto en la calle, se llaman potholes. Baja la velocidad. A ellos no les gustan que tú le das la puerta a los rotos. Okay, so I just paid 2 or 3 minutes of this, so you can see that when you got these conditions, you rather leave your car home. Si hay condiciones así, deja su carro en la casa. Eso.
Oh no. Too icy. Too wet. Why?
Oh yeah, I skipped Luke Star and Luke Demigod because there's 2 more bosses for the final one. But do you want to do Luke Star and Luke Demigod to move on to Nubok Crushable, the final one? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more bosses. Oh wait, I can get it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sleepy now. I'm not gonna be finished after 3. Yeah, it's still something. It's sticking.
So leave.
No, I can't. I need to finish it so I can get the certification.
If you
then.
leave, they're going to
Then I can start practice driving hopefully next week.
No. I don't want you to get driving.
Come on,
Then we
hug
don't
mommy.
take a bus to school. Yeah, but I need to play with them, mommy. I'll see you after the next boss.
Huh?
I'll see you after.
No, hug me first. Hug me for a while. Count up to 50.
Is your thing on mute on the Zoom?
Zoom? Like that lang ha. I'm gonna take a picture. Yeah. Just hug me.
Is that on
Yeah,
So,
it's
these
mute.
are conditions of the road.
They want you to meet.
You guys got the message with that.
Alright, smile.
Let's keep moving on. And
We
okay,
smile
we
a little
are
bit,
at,
not too much. Good.
number 19.
Yeah, like
Now,
that.
if the
No, like
traffic,
that. Just
the weather, the
more.
road
No. Try
is
it again.
telling you,
Yes,
give me
like that.
21, 22,
That's fine
23,
too.
Wait.
and you're going too slow
What?
at 6, 7, 9 miles an hour.
Wait, I'm making the list.
You're impeding traffic, and she's looking to fail for that.
I don't want you to make a list of toys.
Yeah, everything is clear. Drive normally.
You don't need a list of
Sí, el tráfico, la clima, la carretera te está pidiendo 21, 22, 23 millas a la hora y tú estás muy lento, lenta y estás impidiendo tráfico. a 6, 7, 8, 9 millas la hora te va a
Go
quemar.
to the bathroom with baby. So the next
She's saying that you're driving with too much caution or scared. One of the two. Está diciendo ella que está manejando el carro con miedo o mucha caución. Now, the other side of too slow is too fast. And if you pass 25 miles an hour on the road test, she's gonna fail. Okay, that's speed. El otro lado de muy lento, lenta, es que está muy rápida. A 25, está pasando el límite de 25 millas la hora y te va a quemar. Se llama speed. 20. Fails to yield the right of way to pedestrian. Other is car, bus, truck, motorcycle, whatever. In this test, do not give the right to a pedestrian. If you cut off a pedestrian, even if you're waiting for the red light on top of the pedestrian crosswalk, she's going to fail.
Wait, I need to finish the song.
No aguanta el derecho de paseo al peatón. En este examen, si tú cortas un carro, si tú cortas un peatón, ella te quema. Hasta si tú estás esperando donde andan los peatones, mientras tanto esperando la luz colorada que cambie, ella te quema, tú estás bloqueando los peatones. How much space to give a pedestrian when crossing the street? ¿Cuánto espacio se da un peatón cruzando la calle? Una cosa que uno quiere saber porque tú estás cogiendo un examen práctico. So, aquí está.
Hi there, Smart Driver. Rick with Smart Drive Test. Another quick tip for Road Test Smart. Turning right and pedestrian traffic. When can you go when there's pedestrian traffic waiting to cross the intersection and you're turning right and they're crossing your path? On a 2-lane road, you have to wait until the pedestrian gets to the other side of the roadway. So here, if you look down here, you see that you're waiting to turn right, and here you have pedestrians crossing across here. The pedestrian has to attain the other side of the intersection before you can go. You must have one lane between you and the pedestrian. And the reason for that is in the event that they forget something and come back, or they have kids with them and the kids get away from the parents and come back. That way there's a buffer of space between your vehicle here and the pedestrian. If you're turning right on a multi-lane road, from here onto a multi-lane on the inside lane, the right-hand lane, the pedestrian has to attain the center of the roadway before you can turn. That way there's one lane, a buffer of space. So you need one lane between you and the pedestrian before you proceed. If you're turning left on 2 lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions, the pedestrian has to attain here, the curb. If it's a multi-lane, you're going to turn left, and you're going to turn left into the inside lane. Therefore, the pedestrian has to reach the center point between these 2 roadways on the other side. If the pedestrian is heading in the other direction, pedestrian is heading in this direction, then the pedestrian has to attain the curb. For the purposes of a road test, when you're trying to turn either right or left, you need one lane, one roadway lane between you and the pedestrian before you proceed for the purposes of a road test. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. If you like what you see here, share, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section. All of that helps us out. Remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.
Okay, good. So we got about, let me see, another 50 minutes or something like that. So, okay, let's keep moving right along. We are at 21, poor judgment in traffic. We're already talking about poor judgment. We're already talking about signaling, staying away from pedestrians. If you go through a red light, they're going to fail you. If you don't stop at the stop sign, they're going to fail you. Falta de justicia en tráfico. Ya estamos hablando de todo eso, poniendo la direccional, no cortando un peatón, no pasando una luz, no parando tu parada. Okay? All right. Number 22. Number 22 is here because they're going to take you through a 4-lane. And you must know how to do a 4-lane. When you're changing lanes, you gotta signal. And you gotta turn your head and check the blind spot. And use caution is never cutting off a pedestrian or car, or bicycle, anything. 22 está aquí porque te van a entrar en un carril de 4. Ok, so tú tienes que saber cómo se hace un carril de 4. Cuando el cambio de carril tiene que indicar, tiene que poner la direccional, observar. Eso es mirar la cabeza con el cuerpo también. Y ten cuidado que no corte un peatón o un carro. Okay, that's changing lanes. So let me explain changing lanes. Okay, so let me look for this thing here. There it goes, right there. Changing lanes. This is a 4-lane going into a 4-lane. In order for you to make a left turn, you gotta be on the left lane. In order for you to make a right turn, you gotta be on the right lane. Es un carril de 4 entrando un carril de 4. Para hacer una izquierda, tú tienes que estar en el carril de la izquierda y virar del carril de la izquierda y entrar en el carril de la izquierda. Para hacer una derecha, tienes que estar en el carril de la derecha y entrar en el carril de la derecha. The blue car is making a left turn. The green arrow, he's in the proper lane, and you gotta go into the left lane. If you go straight into the right lane, they fail you automatically. Okay? So, even if that blue car is on the right lane, turning from the right lane, making a left turn, test is over. They never tell you the test is over, but I'm telling you the way. I'm showing you the way. Okay? El carro azul está haciendo una izquierda y está en el carril de la izquierda muy bien y entró en el carril de la izquierda muy bien. Pero si tú vas directamente al carril de la derecha,
Darren, it's okay,
ya te
Darren.
quemaron. Hasta si el carro azul está haciendo una izquierda del carril de la derecha, ya está quemado.
Relax,
El
relax.
carril de la derecha va a ser una vuelta, una virada para la derecha. Okay, the blue car is making a right turn. The only way you can go straight into the left lane is if the right lane is blocked. And they won't fail you automatically. Ok, muy bien, el carro azul está haciendo una derecha. Pero si está bloqueada la derecha, tú puedes entrar en la izquierda y no te queman automático. Okay, good job. The blue car went into the right lane. He sees double parked cars. These orange cars are double parked. Put your signal right away. You're checking your mirror, all right? You're checking your mirror for a wide gap, big space gap. And when you see it, turn your head. Check the blind spot 2 or 3 times and turn off your light when you get into the left lane. Ok, muy bien, el carro azul entró en la derecha, pero vio que hay carro doble parqueado. Pon las direcciones rápido. Tú revisas el espejo, sí. Y cuando tú ves el espacio grande para cambiar carriles, revisa el punto ciego 2 o 3 veces y después apaga la luz. Okay? I'm going to go a little bit more deeper with this. Okay. The top picture is a 2-lane going into a 2-lane. Okay, you fall in the right lane. That's different. The middle picture is a 2-lane going into a 1-way 2-lane. You gotta fall on the left lane. And the bottom picture is a 2-lane going into a 4-lane. Good job. You fall on the left lane. She will never tell you, that is, the examiner will never tell you, change lanes. They'll say, make a right, make a left. Ok, foto arriba es un carril de dos, entrando un carril de dos y tú caíste en la derecha. Muy bien. De medio un carril de dos, entrando un carril de uno, pero de dos carriles, tiene que caer en la izquierda. El de abajo es un carril de dos, entrando un carril de cuatro. Y cayó en la izquierda. Muy bien. Y la examinadora nunca le dirá que cambie carriles. Le dice make a left, make a right. Okay. Okay, good job, good job. So that's changing lanes. Let's watch a little video on changing lanes, cambiando carriles. How to change lanes. Put the signal, check your blind spot. It doesn't matter to the right or to the left. You gotta turn your head. Tiene que virar la...
First things first, before every lane change, don't forget to put your flasher and do your verifications, central mirror, side mirror, and blind spot, and make sure you have a safe distance and you respect the speed limits. You can check my previous video for more info on that. When starting out practicing your lane changes, try practicing on empty streets. Now I hear you say, yeah, but that's too easy. Well, that doesn't matter. When changing lanes, you'll have to get used to coordinating stuff like putting the flasher, doing your verifications, turning the wheel, controlling your speed, and so on. So try starting on empty streets, and when you get better at coordinating your moves, go practice on increasingly busy streets. That's just the same as when you start driving a car with a manual transmission. It's better to start in a parking lot, and when you control the clutch better, you go on the street. When driving on wide streets with multiple lanes where there are no lines, it can become difficult to align yourself, especially for beginners. If there are cars in front, look far and use them to align yourself. If there are no moving cars, try to imagine from the parked cars how many cars could fit on that street and imagine the lines from that. If there are no cars at all, well then that becomes a bit hard. You'll need to have a feeling for the distance. It'll come with experience. Remember, if the street is wide enough for more than one vehicle, there will be other vehicles there on the other lanes. Basically, it's not just the lines that determine how many lanes there are. If there are no lines, it's the width of the street. So the verifications are very important in those situations too. Use obstacles on the road when you need to change lanes. For example, I need to change to the left lane in this case, and these cars here are stopped because this one wants to turn left, and this one wants to go straight, and they have to yield to the traffic on the opposite direction. Because of that, they're blocking all the vehicles behind them in the left lane. This would be a good opportunity to change to the left. Another tip related to this one, don't wait too long to change after you pass the obstacle in question. If you do, you leave enough room for someone behind to do it before you. So as soon as I pass the obstacle, I'll wait until I've crossed the intersection in this case, and I change lanes right away. Same thing with parked cars. Like here, I want to turn right at the next light, so I'll need to change lanes to the right after this parked car. If I do it too late, somebody can steal my spot, so as soon as I have the safe distance, I change lanes. Like I talked about in my previous video on changing lanes, the biggest problem students have when doing it is adapting to the speed of the lane they want to go into. Usually, they slow down too much and it becomes impossible to change lanes. So here's a trick. I want to change to the left here, but I see this car is closing in. Now the thing is, the vehicle behind is following him at the same speed.
Andy,
So if I let this one pass me and I don't adapt my speed to him, the other car behind him will pass me too, and so on. So the trick here is to adapt to the first car's speed after he passes. In other words, I run after him. So as soon as he passes me, I accelerate until I'm at the same speed as him. And when I have a safe distance from him and the one behind, I just change lanes. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Season 3 is out. Season 4 just wait till season 3 so that's very
Okay, thank you. All right, so
Excuse me, it's very noisy.
that was
I'm not
changing
done.
lanes, number 22. 23, fails to anticipate actions of pedestrians. Remember, stay away from pedestrians. You cannot cut off a pedestrian. Remember, and you have to really scan the streets. It takes a long time to learn how to drive.
They're preparing for Princess Laura attack, right?
Esto 23 es
Get ready to attack
de
me,
peatones que tú tienes que velarlo bien porque se mueven en muchas maneras diferentes. So that leads us to number 24. Fails to anticipate potential hazards. So that's pedestrians. That is dogs. That is trees on the road. That is all kind of things. So you gotta learn how to scan the streets. Uno tiene que entender que coge mucho tiempo a manejar las calles. Ok, yo he visto muchas cosas. Accidentes, hay peatones andando con celular, perros en la calle. So, scanning the streets, okay? This video is just escaneando la calle.
Actually, there is two HQs. So in the bathroom, that's our actual HQ. While over here is our second HQ where we just save the town.
Drivers need to be able to recognize potential dangers with enough time to react safely. This skill comes with experience, and many adults do it without even thinking. However, your teen will need to deliberately look far ahead down the road and across their entire field of view. And you will need to use your experience to coach them about where to look and what to look for. Also, they'll need to recognize when to slow within an obstructed view area, such as curves in the roads. This will give them more reaction time in case they do come across a hazard. First, complete a
Can I have a little that purple cone, not the other one that's bigger?
What is that?
This gives your
Smaller
team
one
a
that
feel for
was
what to
like
look
this
for while they're
one I
scanning.
was walking with.
Pull over to the curb and
The
switch
other
drivers.
one, the purple
Offer a
one, that's
reminder to
really
adjust their mirrors
small.
and
It's a
fasten
toy?
their safety belt.
No, it's a coat that I wear with gloves, and I wear a bear hat, and I was also wearing
Have them comment on the potential
little
hazards they detect
purple
and how they're
coat.
adjusting their driving
That's
to the
what it is. The
situation.
other, not the other
Teens
coat
shouldn't
that was
comment
bigger,
until they
the
get used
smart
to
coat that was
scanning.
purple.
It takes too much concentration at first.
Purple?
Yeah, the
It
other
takes
one that
years of experience until a driver knows the many types of hazards to look for as they drive. Even
Where?
then, surprises still happen.
You still
Some of
have
the most
it
common
because I
potential
want it.
hazards
Get
are
it.
other cars, dogs off their leashes,
Oh
children
no,
running after a
dinosaur
ball,
can't fit on the train.
pedestrians of any age, especially those who are distracted by cell phones or MP3 players, speed bumps in the road, debris of
Woody,
any
hurry
kind
up.
in the
What are you
roads.
doing?
For example, look out for branches after a storm. Motorcycles and bicycles who may weave in and out of traffic and assume you see them. And anything that may be in an obstructed view, such as cars coming out of driveways that are hidden by bushes. There could be something in the road just
I'm
beyond a curve,
sleepy.
or another car stopped just over a hill. So be ready to slow down if there's anything obstructing your view in any direction, or if a potential hazard is close to the path of your car. While your teen driver practices scanning and detecting, watch out for two common errors.
It's not there?
Make sure your team turns their head and looks before they make a turn. Always look in the direction the car will be moving so you can detect hazards in time to react. The second common error is about pedestrians. Many teen drivers, and even experienced ones, make the mistake of only looking for other vehicles at intersections and completely miss a pedestrian who has just entered the crosswalk. Remind your team to look left, right, left to avoid this situation. Encourage your team to keep practicing scanning and detecting. It's an essential safety skill that definitely improves with experience.
Okay, good job, good job. Okay, all right. Okay, we are at okay, number 25. Repeated stalling is it's when you take a manual car into the road test. That's the one you got to change gears. So 25 es para carro mecánico que alguna gente entran en los exámenes prácticos. So te explicarte. If you take a manual car into the road test, number 25, you have to know how to do number 30. You gotta know how to change the clutch correctly. And you have to know how to change the gears correctly, number 29. Okay, so The only time they take points off in automatic
this is small.
is when you're driving an automatic car on number 1, 2, or 3. You have to drive an automatic on drive.
Because you're going.
25 es de carro mecánico. ¿Ok? Y tú tienes que saber, si tú entras a un carro mecánico en el examen práctico, tú tienes que saber cómo se cambia el cloche y número 29, cómo se cambian los gears. Eso es manual, mecánico. Automático, te quitan los puntos. O ni si tú estás manejando ese carro 1, 2 o 3, tienes que manejarlo en drive. Ok, so eso 25.
What are you doing?
26 and 28 are opposites. 26 y 28 son el otro lado de cada uno. Poor engine control is that you're not touching the gas pedal too good. And acceleration is that you're hitting the gas pedal too hard. And your head and the examiner's head are being thrown back.
We'll see.
My control
Because someone gave that
es
to
que
us
tú estás
only.
pisando la gasolina no muy bien
Have it and if you want.
o falta de tocarla muy bien.
Yeah, open it.
Y
Well, Pat said it's
aceleración de
okay if
motor
we have
es que la toca muy
Coca-Cola.
duro y la cabeza de usted y la examinadora está tirado
Not often.
para atrás. 10 puntos te quitan.
I
Ok,
need a
eso
straw.
todo cuenta.
We don't have
Delay
straw.
braking, abrupt braking.
Just drink it like that.
Delay braking
Because
is
they're
that
gonna
you're
smell
starting
like it would be
the
good.
brake too late. Now, remember one thing, that you gotta slow down the car
This is
before
weird.
you really brake. So you never
You
hit
don't
the
like
brake
it, never mind. Throw it out
at
in
the
the
last moment. You gotta
kitchen.
start the
Well,
brake
you might like it. You
early.
might like it.
I don't want Coke.
And abrupt braking is that you push the brake too hard and
Pour
now
that
your
into
head
the
and the examiner's head are
sink,
thrown
kitchen sink.
forward.
Okay.
And then the empty
Frenando
bottle,
red
throw
light
it out
now
in the
es que tú
garbage.
estás esperando mucho tiempo para empezar el freno.
Get rid of the
Recuérdate
water
una
first,
cosa,
excuse
que
me.
siempre tú tienes que bajar la velocidad
Sink, I
primero
said.
antes que tú frenas de
Yes,
verdad.
to get rid of the
Frenando
ice.
duro es que está pisando el freno
Now
muy
it's
duro
empty, put it
y
in
la
the
cabeza de usted
garbage.
y la examinadora está tirado para adelante. Okay. So number 27, poor steering control, mala conducción con la rueda. In all the videos you have seen, the people were driving hand over hand. En todos los videos que tomaste,
Your belly came off. You're so skinny.
los estudiantes estaban manejando mano encima mano o cruzando las manos. Okay, so este video es como, this is examiners want to see hand over hand.
Okay, let's just send a Gordy that.
Hey,
Make them
I
scared.
need to listen.
Gordy's coming. And then but okay, whatever. Pretend she doesn't have a princess nose. Come on, Disney.
He works very, very cheap. And he's very, very good.
Baby,
First thing I
baby,
want
I'll
is
play with you when we can have the iPad.
Guys, I can't hear the guy talking because it's very noisy.
Laura, we'll play with you if you try
when
to
you want
attack
to
a
hold
guy
this properly,
in a game. It's gonna
you'll
be really
place your
fun.
left hand
It's so hard in that new game that you played in the
No, it's not the
Still
noob
kind of
game.
that little
It's not
bump
the
on the
noob game.
wheel
It's
there.
Roblox.
A little bit higher than that.
Come on, Laura, come attack
That's
them.
10 o'clock. Now
Come on.
put your right
Okay,
hand.
Andy, never mind. Baby, there's
Now,
only four.
this
There's
is
only.
going to feel
There's
weird,
only four.
but it's better to
Come on,
take
make
it
them.
from
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, okay. Attack them, Laura.
Oh my
Attack
God,
them slow
we gotta
motion.
Oh my god.
Do
Now
slow.
you set
Do
it
slow. Come on, Laura, attack them. They're right here. We got it. They're in the bus.
when you're driving it straight.
Make them scared.
Or
Oh wait, I forgot.
road conditions
Oh
in the
no,
right,
I did not get the bus.
grab onto the
Come
wheel,
on, Laura, chase them.
pull it down with your right hand, and let your left hand
The
bend
pony's
better.
coming.
So as we're going to
They're
the right, pull on
surrounded.
the right now.
Wait, I
With
just.
the wheel just pull
What are we
it
gonna do? I'm
and
super
again,
surrounded by
that's as far as you would go. Now when you want to, let's say you want to finish left, okay, we got to watch these things. It's all right. I use the mother method of teaching with you.
Use parkour, bro.
I'll give you instructions, and once I give you,
Stop, baby.
I'll nag you.
What happened to my voice?
That's why I call it the mother method of instruction. Moms do that, and it works. My mom did it. Okay, now, let's say we're curving a little bit to the left. Pull down on the left hand. That's enough. Now bring it back. Okay, so while we're driving along, you want to get used to these 10 and turn position. By the way, the examiners look at the 10 and turn position. They'll take off the point. You're allowed 15 points to pass. But why not learn to drive it correctly? Because it will give you more control of your car.
Guys, I can hear the loud
Now,
voices.
what I want to do is I want to show you how to make a perfect left turn. Start with your hand at 10 and 2.
I'm gonna attack you.
And the first move you make, I'm going to kind of put it imaginary. Don't do it until we get the full explanation. Grab the wheel with your right hand and take this hand off. Move this hand over to 9. Just like that. That's step 1. Then take this hand and grab with the 2 fingers right at the top of the wheel like that. Bring this over to 10 and put this back to 2. If you've done it perfect, will be exactly upside down. Let's go ahead and try that now. Nope, way too much.
Mickey's pulling her leg.
You're good.
Guys, come on. Guys,
Sorry,
escape
upside
pulling
down.
her leg. Throw Mickey, throw Mickey.
That's a perfect left turn.
Gordo, attack the
Now what I want to do
Gordo,
is
big stick.
do a perfect right turn. Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
I
When you want to do a
betray
perfect
you,
right turn,
Laura.
the first thing you have to do is angle to the right. Bring this hand down to about with the wheel. You always got to bring the car over to the curb. Then start with this hand, go 1,
I will protect
grab
the
right here,
gingerbread man.
3.
I will defeat this
Now you notice the wheel is correct, and your thumbs are straight.
But I'm giant.
Now, here is the secret of success of being a really good driver.
I'm bigger
You
than
can sit
you.
out in front of your house or parking lot, any dead end.
Gordy comes in episode 4, right? I mean, Gordy comes in season 4.
In fact, you could actually practice this since you're not.
No, Gordy actually comes in episode 4.
If you were in a store or supermarket where it wasn't a public street, you could actually practice
Gordy
it
actually comes
without
in
your
episode
transit being in the car.
of what?
It's not
Of
illegal
season
to
4.
practice as long as the car's not moving, but you do have to be behind the wheel time.
Gordy, I can hear your
Practice
voice
this
so
while you're brushing
loud.
Okay,
And
we'll
they
stop.
give you instruction. Do not move the car. Just practice your steering. You are under parent supervision. A lot of people don't realize that. But this would count for behind the wheel training. Okay, now that we've got that, I'm going to straighten up the wheel. And what I want you to do is practice your turns to 5.
Fly. Superman's here. Fly.
Now,
Fly.
when you go left,
someone
lead
attacking
off
her.
with the
Oh. They're saying, who is
practice
that
point,
attacking her?
making a
Who
left
is
turn.
that
Try to make
attacking
sure
her?
that your wheel is upside
I
down.
have to leave 5 million to toys out.
Going.
Hey.
That's a perfect left turn. That's what your hands do
Is it on?
when you turn perfectly.
No, no.
Now let's perfect a perfect right turn.
Oh,
A little
no,
angle to the right,
okay.
that's enough. Now which hand leads off? No, the other one, the left hand. And
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait, let's get
Perfect. We got to work on these thumbs. They really want to grab. Now let's do 4 more left and 4 more right.
And then you use the pony
Go back to
to
the
knock
right.
out those
One.
people.
Back again.
Superman's knocked out. Oh no! I gotta run away. They're scared because they see that Superman and his friends are knocked out. Make Peripheral Pro say, what can I do? What do I do? I can't use my powers.
Nope, too much.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. And the Superman is actually Gordy, but no one knows that he's actually a giant. Yeah, he's actually
Good.
Gordy.
This is called hand over
He's
hand
doing a
steering.
plan.
It's the correct way to turn your wheel
Oh, no.
and make maximum control of the car. Now, when you've gotten to the point where you can do perfect lefts and perfect rights, then we need
Dun, dun,
to
dun,
practice
dun,
a sharp
dun,
left
dun,
and a sharp
dun.
right
What
turn.
the hell is that?
Now, Let's ask ourselves, where would we turn like this?
Okay. Just
Now
raise
the
that,
next
Mama.
question is, when we would
No, the sound is very low. The video that he's
answer
playing
that
is
question
so low.
in a
Ugh,
state of
I'm
readiness.
so
Work one
sleepy.
of the big parts of life.
It's a nice day.
In and out of any DMV
It's
parking
sunny,
lot.
but it's
They're very
cold.
sharp turns. So let's go and learn how to make a sharp left turn. Don't tell me we've got this big truck. Well, that's his problem. I'm here. We're in the shade. This is where I want to be. Okay, let me show you how to make a sharp left turn. Do a regular left turn. Now do another regular left
How
turn.
is Peripheral Pro not dying?
Notice you turn the full circle, and that's a sharp left turn. So you can practice.
Oh, you're sneezing a lot.
Hey, kid, help us.
Oi.
Kind of get out.
Oh my God.
Go automatically where they want to go. Now let's do a sharp right turn. Let me tell you something about a
40 is
sharp right
coming.
turn. In a parking lot, if you're in a narrow parking lot,
No, 40 doesn't come. He only
you're
comes
going
in
to
episode
park
3.
cars. So you don't aim.
Is this season
You're on
4?
the street,
Yes.
you have to go
Episode
through
1?
Careful.
the right
Haha,
turn.
baby, you can get me.
That's why we aim.
Oh no.
So when you do a sharp
Oh
right turn,
no.
just go
Help.
1,
I'm
2, 3.
gonna die.
His friends are back. Oh no, my.
That's a sharp right.
Did you say my Jeff?
All
No, I
these
didn't say
turns
my
will be either a regular turn or a sharp turn.
Doorbell, go get
Third
them.
type of turn, a wide turn. When would you use a wide turn? I'm going to let you guess.
No, you can't do stupid.
Kind of.
Wait,
That is correct. Anytime you're turning on a wide street,
oh, okay, it's
wide
evil
turn.
Superman.
A wide turn always confuses people. So we're going to do
Evil
this
Superman.
real slow. Take your
When?
first
No.
Right.
Doorbell defeated evil Superman, so now he's evil.
That's it. Now, take your left hand and put it right there.
Guys, very noisy, guys.
Put your right hand right here.
Howie.
Notice we only turned
Andy,
a
the
little
toys
more
are
than a
really
quarter.
weak against giants,
That
right?
makes it wide.
Really?
Now let's say we want to do a wide right turn.
Oh my God.
With this hand, bring it over here. No, with the wheel.
Now she lands on
No,
me.
this toward me with the wheel.
Just kidding.
And then you're done. Now put this hand here. And put this hand back here.
No, you don't go so fast.
Quiet.
All right, guys. That was
There's only 2 of them. Oh no, well.
hand over hand. That's what the examiners are looking for. Mano encima mano. Okay.
Stop throwing the ball.
So we already talked about the gears and all that. So okay, we're gonna play these 3 videos.
How are they so strong?
Videos.
Guys,
This
they
one
said
is
it's
road
very
rage.
noisy.
They practice road rage. They
Let's go to the
driving mad and angry, manejando carro con coraje y bravo. We're gonna watch a little bit of this, and then the other one is drinking and driving. Then I got a little surprise video at the end. Okay? It's gonna be a nice little surprise.
Luckily.
Gory, be quiet.
I'll make your ass drive fast. I'm gonna make you drive fast. You playing with the right motherfucker today. You playing with the right one today.
Guys, I'm back. Yeah. Let's go. You found out how to open the door? Yeah. No, the doorway is 50 times the size, the weight of him. Oh, that's it. Oh no, Doorbell, you're almost dead. Guys, let's run away.
That's it.
Doorbell, stomp on them. Stomp on them.
Oh, no. I'm using this now.
Oh! I'm going to blend in.
That's a fake show. And then the person. One person up here.
Black thing.
Hello. No.
The Great Horse is so strong.
Hello. It's Duggan.
Tell me where you live. Yo, Sherman season 1. Oh no! Guys. The Great Horse. He's pulling all of them back because his hands are so strong. Guys. Now you must be under my command. Wait. Oh my God, guys! I just discovered a new territory. Let's go. Follow me, guys. Follow me. Guys, follow me. Oh no, guys, we gotta be down for there. Whoa, man. No. No. They will never unlock the bedroom. Why? Because they're not supposed to. They only unlock the bathroom and the living room because they weren't supposed to. They weren't supposed to go to the living room. They weren't supposed to do that. It was just supposed to be a place for